What's up people, my name's Kevin, welcome back to the OCD Gaming TV. Right, today we're going to do another drawing tutorial for beginners. And we're going to be concentrating on the arm. So I'm making use of my trusty Huron GT 221 Pro graphics tablet. I'm again going to be drawing on Coral Studio Pro because I love the software, it's nice, it's simple, everything is there that you need. Then also we're going to be doing the arm. We're going to be doing the idea sketching, we're going to do the line sketching, and we're going to do again the shading of the arm. Now do take note, I am going to be making the arm a bit shorter and the muscles a bit bigger. That's just to give emphasis on, or to show you how I do the shading within the muscles. It's a bit difficult to see it when you go into a small arm or a narrow arm or stuff like that. But again, arms are subject to the person that you're trying to sketch and also to the type of art that you like. Like myself, I like graphical art or graphical novel art, superhero art, stuff like that. So it does lean heavily towards those type of things. But again, if you guys would like me to do a video on atomically correct arms or muscle groups, please hit me up in the comments and I'll see what I can do. But without further ado, let's get into this drawing and let's enjoy. See you guys in a bit. Enjoy. It's a circular shape. It's the first one. I do apologize for that. Let me just close the subscription bar. Was supposed to be gone by now, but yeah, it didn't disappear. Okay, so I do apologize for that. So it's basically just a circle. You start out a circle. It's going to be our shoulder. This is the shoulder. And then, yeah, I do right. I've got a doctor's handwriting. And then you're going to make two rectangles, basically. And this is going to be the biceps or the upper arm, and this is going to be the lower arm or the forearm. And then usually the hand is usually just a pentagon, like that. And then that's going to be the thumb. Going to go out like that. That's going to be the hand. So that's the basic shape that you need for an arm. If you want to go into correct measurements, you must take note that the upper arm and the lower arm or the forearm, these two should be the same size, equal in size. And then the hand and the shoulder is usually of equal size. And then if the arm bends, they are from where the elbow would be up until the top of the shoulder, it would be the same length. Now, when we do the shading, to keep into mind when you do shading in this arm, let's say the light source is from here. This is going to be our light source. Let's draw a little sun there. It's going to be our light source. Okay. Sorry, I do apologize. So let me just give you a quick idea of how to do the shading for this. Don't worry not too much if it's not correct proportions. This is just to give you an idea of how I usually just do the shading. Let's get that like that. I do apologize if you hear my cell phone in the back. It's just messages coming in. I do work full time, so it's quite important for me to have my phone on. I'm trying to get this like 3D shape going on here. Yeah, look at this, wipe out some of this. Not that good. Make this a lot bigger. Like that. Gonna be like that. Okay, so that's basically just the arm in a 3D perspective. Now, if the light source is coming from the front or from the back as you see it, meaning all of this is gonna be in shadow. So the rest will be highlighted, but remember the shadows itself are also three-dimensional, so they will also overcast each other in various shadings and stuff like that. But that's just for interest's sake. This is just to give you like a small idea of how to do your shading. It's just a small tutorial. Okay, let's hide that video or that one. let's get into drawing the arm. Now, like I said, when I like to draw the arm, I basically just start out with a circle. I'm gonna make a big arm here. Nice circle. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're gonna, like we said, the first part, the bicep part, the upper arm, gonna be about there. Then the lower arm, try to get it the same length as the upper arm. Then the hand. Now you'll see me, I might change some of the lengths or sizes and stuff like that, depending on what feels right for me. Okay, but so just take note about that. So let's draw the bicep. Want it about here to come in. This is just your rough sketch, your rough outline. So don't mind if it looks, don't worry too much if it's pretty or not pretty. If you're not happy with it, I'm gonna get in the shoulder here. The shoulder muscles, it basically looks like little teardrops. Well, not little, but it looks like teardrops. And it's usually just 3 of them. So like it's like 3 muscles going out from there. That may be a bit too big, so to bring it in a bit. Get my rubber, get some of this out because it's confusing me. Go in again. Just play around with the muscles up until you're happy with them. Okay, that feels about right for me. And then there's going to be, for the triceps, we're just going to do like a small triangle like this coming out. It's going to be the start of the arm or the tricep. Right, so the 4 muscles, like I said in the beginning, that you, or not the 4, the main muscles that you have to make this look like an arm. But usually it's the shoulder, let's make it the 1, it's the bicep, it's the tricep, and then it's going to be down here, we're going to have the brachialis. Well, the brachialis is a very important muscle. It actually comes from the elbow and it goes down into the thumb. So it's a very important muscle, although you only see a little part of it. So just always keep that in mind. Right, and then for the forearm, we're just going to do like a diamond shape again. You'll see I like drawing crap. You know what, you on configuration buttons is a bit annoying because I set it to especially the pen mouse buttons to be like the left trigger and the right trigger, but yeah, always just keep this, try and keep it in line. So this might be a bit too big, but yeah, so the forearm is usually diamond shape, and then it goes out with a hook. You'll see when this arm, it's a bit too thick. Right, let's start over with this arm. I'm gonna start over with this arm. It's not proportional. Don't be scared to start over with your drawings. It's never a wrong thing to start over. Okay, that's gonna be my shoulder. It's gonna be my bicep. This is gonna be my tricep. You'll see now I'm going a lot quicker now. It's going to come out like that, and then it's going to be the form, like I said, remember the diamond. It's going to come down and then like this. It's going to be a diamond and then a hook there. Let's make it a bit longer for drawing purposes, and then we're going to get the pentagon shape here for the hand. I'll make it too wide. It's going to be the wedge for the thumb, the rest of the fingers. So, it looks a bit better. It's not where I want it to be, but it looks a bit better. Yeah, I might just make the shoulder a bit smaller. initially. Never be afraid to start your drawings over. It's not a sin to do that. Third one at the back. This is going to be in. It looks a bit better. And remember, tricep, as I said, it's like a diamond shape over there. Then I like to, when I go to the forearm, I like to divide these into little bumps, like mountains. This one I like to make a bit bigger because it's going to be the brachialis that goes up into the arm over there, or to the tricep, to the brachialis. This is the brachialis that I'm drawing in now. As you can see, it comes down pretty far, and it goes straight into the thumb. But there's going to be extender muscles. They come out here. They will usually crisscross over that muscle, over the brachialis, like that. Get a bump there by the wrists, just to show the bones that goes into the hand. Then yeah, there's usually like a heart shaped muscle over here. Ends up into the bicep. And that's basically the arm. I might have drawn the bicep a bit bigger, which I don't really like that much. Elbow there. Also, did I forget to get them? Now the chest will be going out from this side. Tricep might be a bit too big. I'm just reducing it a bit. The hands are a bit small, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It will look a lot better when we start adding shading and stuff towards it. Okay, so that's basically what we get when we do our fourth process. So like I said, the main muscle groups, it's the shoulder, get a nice one, the bicep, the tricep, the brachialis, and then lastly the hand. And then you've got now obviously your extenders, and then also on the hand you can do the knuckles. The knuckles will be indicative of little circles. This one out. And the extenders actually go into the knuckles. So basically that's the idea of that. So on the next layer, no, we don't want to make a new page. Don't know why that popped up. Let's just make this one a bit lighter. That, why is it keep asking me to do that? You're being difficult today. No, I think it's just my settings that's a bit wrong. I should not blame Leon for this. And we're going to go for a black now. A black color. Yeah, I like that. Looks good. Tap that out. Okay, so the sun or the light source is from that side. Now, usually if I draw on paper, when I do my line work, how am I going to do this on digital? But like say this line over here, where I do the arrow now, this line would have been like permanently like dark black. And I would make it pretty obvious that it's a dark line. Other than the one here by the triceps, it would usually be a light line like this. You see? And then again inside here, because it's going to be overcast by the outside of this muscle, it would be a dark line again, going up that way. The same with the bottom of this shoulder muscle. It's going to be all dark. Like that. Just to pronounce that there. Maybe a light. Be light again. This will be dark. But on digital, it's very difficult to showcase that. So for now, I'm just gonna try and simulate it with light and not so light lines, just to give you an idea of what I'm trying to do there, or trying to showcase here over here. It's gonna be light, it's gonna be light, and then inside here, down here, it's gonna be dark again, going out to that side. Don't worry too much if you're like what I did there. I skipped a little indent there. You can always go back, get the eraser, or press Ctrl Z and redo that part. It's not a world ender. Maybe a lot dark over there. And then we get in the extenders. Like that. Get the idea of the knuckles now in here. This fingers. So basically, that's the outline that we like to get for our arm. Adding the other muscles in here. That's wrong. That's wrong. What I just drew there. Like I said, if something's not looking right for you, redo it, man. Okay, and that's basically the shading that we get for our arm. Not the shading, the line work. But now the shading again, as per normal, I like to do it in red. I like to get my brush size a little bit bigger, as you can see there. Now, on paper, again, it would be cross-hatching. It's difficult to simulate that on a tablet, but yeah, we will just quickly do the shading for this one. And again, remember the 3D sketch that we did over here. Let me just hide all of this. About the source, what parts will be in shade. So basically, the whole front part will be in shade. The rest will be highlighted or not in shade. But remember also the muscles itself creates different types of shapes or shades also. So always take that into consideration. Actually, I forgot to draw in that part of the arm. or the hand. Always add some bumps and stuff to your drawings. It just because a human being's arm is not really all that the right word straight. It's not linear. Like there's bumps, and we're not all the same. So we all got different stuff going on our arms and stuff. So always just try and get that. We're gonna do the shading now. So let's go in for our red. There we go. When you're also doing this, try making use of striations and stuff. Why doesn't it want me to draw on this in it? Striations are very important because it breaks the linear effect of the arms and stuff. So try different striations. Gonna be because it's gonna get gonna cast a shadow over from this side. That gonna be darker. The deeper you go, the darker it will be. So just always take note about that. And you'll see also when I do my shading now, also add more shape to the character. Be a lot dark in here. Just giving some of the chest things there. I'm gonna get a striation going down this way, just to break it a bit. If it doesn't look right later on, you can always just remove it. So you like that. Down here there will be a shade, although the light source is coming here, but the muscle itself is throwing a type of shade, or yeah, a shade on it. Okay, go to the tricep. Now the tricep, tricep. It's a round type shape, so it's basically, it's got a roundness to it. If I draw these lines, you'll see what I mean about that, and it will go something like this. So basically it will throw shade, let's say like this. So let's get this all shaded. Put a little striation there. Going down. Remember, draw what feels right to you. Now a lot of the bicep is going to be actually shaded. So we're going to put a lot of the bicep, because the bicep's right in front, and it's at the back of the light source. So it's going to get a lot of casting. But again, if you put the roundings in it, you'll see that it does have a roundness. So everything on the other side where it starts turning will be shaded basically. So let's get all that shading in here. I hope when I'm explaining this, you guys understand what I'm saying. But like I said, feel free to hit me up in the comments if I explained something which you didn't understand. Bring the roundness of the bicep out. This striation like that. Yeah. Get some shading in here. starting to shape up now. And you can always put the line, the cross hatching in also to generate some shape towards your drawing. Like, see what I'm doing here? You don't have to do this. It's difficult to do it on a tablet, but it's managed. You can do it, but it's hard sometimes. So I'm actually not happy with this part over here. I want it to be more roundish like this. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. You see, that's why you do this stuff, so you can always change it later on. What I want. The front side of the arm is going to be a lot dark, or a lot in shade. That looks a lot better for me. Also trying to break shapes and stuff by adding in shading. So trying to make use of the negative space to give creation to some of the muscle groups that we didn't really put in here. And now for the striation of the tender muscles. Yeah, they're a lot darker in here. And let's go all the way out in here. And for the knuckles, now the hand can be difficult to render in, but because the hand is turned downwards, we're just going to shade in the whole bottom part of the hand, because it's an old trick that most comic book artists use. I've seen it a lot being used. So color in the whole bottom of the hand. Now it's quite difficult. I usually struggle with the hand because you have to get striations and line postures that actually works for you, and it's difficult most of the time to get them correctly in there. But we will try and make this hand look good. If it doesn't look good, I'll just take it out later on. Something like that. Looks a bit better. I'm not fully happy with it, but it has to do. And then this top model of muscle of the brachialis will cast a shadow on the lower part of them. Like that. In there. Just want to get it looking a bit more graphically better. I think that looks relatively good. To some extent, the hand is totally wrong, but the muscle parts are in there. You can see basically how I shaded most of the hand coming in here. So it gives you an idea of what to do, what not to do, how to put your shading in, how to get your shades and stuff like that in there. This I don't like. Make it all, you can try and put in veins and stuff. I'm not always good at putting in veins. I do struggle with it. The veins would usually be like, you can use your eraser just to give some emphasis to where veins would be. The vein going over here, going down here, going over there. Say we've got another vein going across here. That going over. Maybe let's not put on too many veins, and then you can just like try to make use of negative space to render in the area of the vein, going in there and making like a little, because the shade of the vein will be on the bottom, just get it like that. Get like a bump there, because that's where the vein goes out. Yeah, and get the negative spacing to show how the vein would run. So basically something like that. That's basically how I would put in the vein, or yeah. Simulate the vein. So I know it's not the proper, especially when it goes down to the hand, it's not a good tutorial for that, but if you ignore the hand at the bottom, it gives you basically an idea of what's where and what should not be where and stuff like that. So let's just break it up again. Add. Yeah, that one could stay basically there. Shift it at this side. Nice function I like of Clip Studio to do this. So yeah. So basically that's the process to get the arm refined to where you want to get it. Now I do apologize for the hand. Like you can see here on the top now, because like over here, because of this shade here by the bicep, it gives a, you can just go with the eraser tool and try and shape it a bit to make it feel better, because like what I'm doing now, I'm using the eraser tool just to erase some of the shading to where I see I made some mistakes, to give it some shape and stuff. That's perfectly fine to do, and you'll actually do that a lot in your own comics and stuff. So do make use of that. Never forget to make use of that, actually. Always a good thing. So basically something like that. Clean up some of the work here, just to give it some texture to it. So yeah, basically that is the arm. Like I said, it's not in total proportions. The bicep and the brachialis, I would stretch it out better more, but for the purpose of this video, I did keep it closer so I can show you how to shade it and stuff like that. But I wonder if I'll be able to, let's see, Let's see if we can drag this out. Scale. I want to scale it. No, it's not allowing me to do that. Maybe it's the band. Okay. Definitely not that. Well, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, it's just to give you an idea. But yeah, it would have been a lot more stretched out. I compressed it a bit just to show you. The arm is totally wrong. The arm, remember what I said. The arm has to be the same size as the shoulder. So always keep that in mind when you're doing that. I did not want to deselect that. But okay, forget that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something out of it. Like I said, this is just a beginner tutorial for us, just to show you the concept and the muscle groups, and then how to do the shading on that. So arms, the size of arms always differ per person. Smaller, shorter people will have more compact arms like this. Taller people will have slender, longer arms. Stronger people, bulkier arms. So you can go to a gym, you can go into the public, and you can check the people's arms and stuff. They all differ. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And guys, check you on the next video.